In this video, we're going to discuss CRA models for the distributive property of multiplication. So the distributive property, that's what I've written out here, so 2 times the quantity 5 plus 2 is equal to the quantity 2 times 5 plus the quantity 2 times 2. So it's distributive. We're distributing this 2 times, we're distributing that to both the 5 and to the 2. Okay, so we're that 2 times 5, right, and 2 times 2. Okay, so for a concrete model, the most common the way that we can kind of look at this is with either an area or an array model. So again, 2 times, and then this is some quantity, some sum, right? So here we'll do 2, the groups is the rows, so we have 2 rows, and then each row has a size of 5 plus 2, or 7, right? So how we can kind of use this existing model to show that this is equal to 2 groups of 5 plus 2 groups of 2 is just by either physically moving this or kind of imagining moving this into this different structure over here, right? Because here we have 2 groups of this quantity, and then here we have 2 groups of 5, and then also 2 groups of 2. So we have 2 separate groups, or 2 kind of separate subgroups. Okay, so I'm just going to separate this just so we can kind of see this distinct grouping. But all that we're doing is just visualizing that original quantity as these 2 smaller kind of sub quantities. Okay, so you can see here just by whether we slid this or not, or just kind of envision there being some kind of cut line there. When we move this, right, we haven't changed the total area. We have the exact same number of square units. So this model is equal to the one that we started with. But now on the left-hand side, we have 2 rows of 5, 2 groups of 5. That's the 2 times 5. And we also have 2 groups of 2, right? That's the 2 times 2. Okay. And then that plus, we would just be adding these together. And then we get back to our original model, right? The 2 rows of 5 plus 2. Okay, so again, the reason that they're equal is because we're just kind of thinking of this as a different structure. We're not changing the total number of cubes that we have in here. We're not changing the total number of square units. Okay, so that's kind of our concrete model. Our representational model is going to look similar. We'll do another area model. So again, we have this height of 2, or 2 rows, and then original model starting with each row has a size of 5 plus 2. So 5 plus 2 is the size of each of these rows here. Okay, so since we just have a drawing, right, we might not want to erase and try to move this, so we can just kind of think of either cutting this or adding some kind of separation line. So again, we haven't changed the total area, but now we're viewing this kind of as the left-hand side. This is 2 groups of 5. Right-hand side is 2 groups of 2. And so we have 10 over here, 4 over here. Okay, so again, and then when we would add those together, it'd go back to that original model. So if we would, right, just take that cut line out, add those back together, then it's back at that original model. So again, that kind of shows that those are equal since we haven't changed the total number of square units. And then this will be our the abstract model up on the top there, just showing that we're distributing that 2 times throughout whatever is in our grouping symbols there. So here it's the 5 and the 2, so it's 2 times 5 plus the 2 times 2.